You know what? Sometimes in life you gotta be like, I don't care no more and say, fuck it, just go ahead. So, I'm sure y'all heard about the news.
On Monday, the U.S. Supreme Court paved the way for Alabama to eliminate one of two largely black congressional districts currently held by Democrats.
Everybody and their mama are pissed. I love that saying. Everybody and their mama are pissed.
The redistricting is due to racism because black people vote Democrat in the South.
It has always been racism with these people. I need you to understand that the Civil Rights Act was only passed 62 years ago.
Which is rightfully so. Come on, why y'all hate black people that much? What did they do to you? What did they do to you? So, Alabama is set to move forward in redrawing their districts. Everybody's pissed. People are talking about the historical context, the consequences, the ramification.
The ramifications of this decision are so deep that I find it difficult to describe them in a video online. They impact housing, education, health, civil rights, and black economies all throughout the country.
And they've already attacked who is considered a citizen versus who is not considered a citizen. And now they're coming after who can actually vote, which leaves us with who they deem to be a free individual in this country.
But very few people are talking about how the Bible laid down and explained the context. There's a saying, history doesn't repeat itself, but it sure rhymes. So I'm going to explain using the Bible how it kind of predicted the whole Alabama situation, the whole racist history of the United States. Just letting you know, America's a good place, but they got a shady past. Let's get right into it. All right, open up your Bibles, go straight to Exodus. Exodus, I love this chapter. The whole premise of this chapter is Israelites' presence in Egypt. We gotta ask ourselves, how did they end up there in the first place? Real simple. The 5 sons of Jacob, went to Egypt for presumably better pastures, and their presence was highly successful as they were able to create generational wealth. Within the same context, Israelites kept multiplying, and creating success. Now, in an ideal world, that would be the end of it. But one of the pharaohs that forgot the initial founders were jealous. The people of Israelites now outnumber us and are stronger than we are. We must make a plan to keep them from growing even more. If we don't, and a war breaks out, they will join our enemies and fight against us. Then they will escape from the country. Why would they be jealous all of a sudden? For some odd reason, the Pharaoh was jealous of the Israelites. To instill dominance over them, they enslaved Israelites, the very people that helped them create wealth. To perpetuate this system, they killed every firstborn and keep the daughters alive, as the daughters were very fertile. Now translate this to American contemporary history. They take black folks, bringing them to America, instill slavery. Unfortunately, the South loses. The very much ideology of the South was keeping slavery alive, so yeah, they can't do that anymore, but they did not heal the racist past. So they started adopting racist policies. But even then, since black people are strong and resilient, they were able to form their own communities as white folks pushed them to the side. And that pissed a lot of white folks.
The Tulsa Race Massacre is believed to be one of the worst incidents of racial violence in American history. From May 31st to June 1st in 1921, as many as 300 people were killed, hundreds were injured, and thousands of buildings were destroyed.
They placed a lot of roadblocks on their way and ensured black people were not catching up economically. The whole premise was, hey, look, black people, they're succeeding. Let's stop them. And you can see the similarities in the Bible as well. So it brings us to today. SCOTUS gave green light to Alabama in their decision to redraw their black districts, ensuring Republicans hold on to power. It will have devastating consequences on majority black districts, as they will have even less of a voice in matters of education, health, economic, and even the general well-being of the community. In the media, black people are often portrayed as ratchet, ghetto, EBT maxing, baby mama drama, YNs, crash outs. It has devastating consequences on how other folks view African Americans. It's really important they know their history and fight for it and ensure MLK's work does not go to waste, as it's slowly being watered down. It's not fair. It's really not fair. MLK worked and even died for what he believed.
I have a dream that my 4 little children will one day live in a nation where they will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character.
He had a dream. He made it to a reality. Now it's becoming a nightmare. And it seems a lot of folks didn't internalize and healed their nervous system. I understand changing habits and changing the nervous system and changing the general environment is very hard. Trust me, even making this video, I gotta make several takes just to find the perfect one. And even then, some days I feel like I'm performing. I understand it's a struggle, but I truly believe fostering an environment where positivity and well-being is created is going to ensure positive results stay for generations ahead. There's several people talking about this issue, the historical context, the consequences, the ramification, but very few people are talking about how the very Bible, the very book Republicans praise about, literally lays the foundations and lays the general context for every decision. It's really sad that folks don't have that general understanding and comprehension of what the Bible is teaching, and I wish more folks would take the time and become like Jesus.